Cobra Commander, the Masked Tyrant, a lore documentary. In the shadows of a broken world, one voice rose, not to heal, but to dominate. In 1982, that voice came from behind a silver mask and would become one of the most iconic villains in pop culture history. Cobra Commander. From comic books to cartoons to collector-grade action figures, this dictator of dread built an empire of fear known only as Cobra. But who is Cobra Commander? A failed man turned fanatic? A prophet of pain? Or just the face of every system we secretly fear? Section 1. The Rise of Cobra. Cobra Commander first appeared in G.I. Joe, a real American hero, #1, published by Marvel Comics in June 1982. He was not born a supervillain. Before the world knew him as Cobra Commander, he was a nameless, struggling used car salesman in the American Midwest. He lived an ordinary life until it all unraveled. Larry Hama, the architect of the G.I. Joe universe, designed Cobra Commander to be terrifying not because of superpowers, but because of ideology. A terrorist, a manipulator, a messiah to the broken.
They called me a nobody, a failure, but I built an empire from the ashes of their indifference, and now the world will kneel to Cobra.
His older brother, Dan, had volunteered to go to war in his place, hoping to protect him from being drafted. But when Dan returned from Vietnam, he was broken, haunted, alcoholic, and unable to reintegrate into society. One night, in a drunken haze, Dan crashed his car into another vehicle, killing a family and himself. The only survivor of that crash was Snake Eyes, a decorated soldier. That night ignited something in the man who would become Cobra Commander. Consumed by grief and rage, he blamed the system, the war, and Snake Eyes himself. His bitterness grew into obsession. He stalked Snake Eyes, searching for revenge. But that revenge turned into something larger, a belief that the world was corrupt, that it had to be rebuilt under his control. He became a preacher of hate, a charismatic speaker, and eventually a revolutionary. From the ashes of loss, he forged Cobra, not just a terrorist organization, but a new world order. Section 2. The Mask and the Man. Cobra Commander's look evolved, but his message never changed. 1982. Silver Faceplate Commander. His first action figure matched his comic debut. Blue uniform, mirrored faceplate. 1984. Hooded variant. Introduced in G.I. Joe #23. The hood was ritualistic, used in ceremonies. 1987. Battle Armor Commander. In issue number 58, he returned stronger, encased in silver battle armor. Each costume reflected an evolution, not of fashion, but of strategy. Cobra Commander didn't just wear uniforms, he wore fear.
If fear is a weapon, I am fully armed.
Section 3. Torture and Control. Behind the polished chrome of Cobra Commander's mask lies a mind twisted not only by ideology, but by obsession, with fear, with obedience, and with pain. Before he commanded armies, he was a prisoner, interrogated, broken. Somewhere in the shadows of a forgotten war, he was reduced to a number, tested, humiliated, made to kneel. That's where the myth was born, not on a battlefield, but in a cell, where pain became clarity and torture became doctrine. In Cobra's hidden facilities, black sites buried beneath war-torn ruins and corporate fronts. Torture is not just punishment. It is a tool, a ritual, a statement of power. Cobra Commander believes that loyalty is a lie told under comfort. But truth bleeds out under pain. His favorite methods? Psychological warfare, sensory deprivation, forced loyalty programming, and for the truly defiant, the coil. A grotesque, full-body neural restraint system that loops the nervous system into a feedback loop of simulated death over and over again. Victims emerge either broken or reborn as zealots. It's not always about extracting information. Sometimes it's simply about making an example, about reminding the troops, if Cobra giveth, Cobra can unmake you. Even his inner circle isn't safe. Destro, Mindbender, Baroness, all of them have felt the commander's wrath when they overstepped. He doesn't command with charisma. He commands with consequences. But this is only a glimpse. The real horrors behind Cobra's obedience cult run deeper than most can stomach, and perhaps deeper than even we dare to reveal. But that's a story for another time.